Have you ever walked away from someone only to watch them panic when they realize what they lost? They spent so much time pretending like you didn't matter. But as soon as you stopped giving them attention, suddenly everything changed. They're checking their phone, stalking your social media, wondering why they can't feel your presence anymore, and most of all, why they feel so uneasy. Here's the truth. People tend to take what they think they can always count on for granted. They get too comfortable. They assume you'll always be there. They assume you'll always chase them, give more, and be the one to make the effort. But once you pull back, once you stop chasing and start choosing yourself, they panic. It's not just about missing you. It's about losing the control they thought they had. And that realization, it hits hard. Think back to how many times you bent over backward for them, how many times you set aside your own needs just to make them happy. How many times did you try to make them see your worth, only to be met with indifference? Well, now the tables have turned. Now they're the ones searching for answers. They're the ones questioning why you stopped showing up. And they're finally realizing that the love, patience, and energy you offered couldn't just be replaced or forgotten. But this isn't just about them missing you. This is about them waking up to the fact that they've lost something irreplaceable, and that fear of loss. It's called loss aversion, a psychological concept where people fear losing something more than they value gaining something new. Your absence, it hits them like a punch to the gut. But don't get it twisted. This isn't about seeking revenge. This isn't about playing petty games. This is about you reclaiming your power and showing them that you're not a backup option. You're not just an afterthought. You're the prize. The moment you walked away, you sent a message loud and clear. I'm not here to be taken for granted anymore. So today, we're diving deep into exactly why they're panicking, how their mind is racing, and most importantly, how you can use this moment to take back every ounce of control they thought they had over you. This video isn't just a casual watch. It's a wake-up call. It's your reminder that you deserve better. You are not an option. You are the priority. Drop this affirmation in the comments if you're ready to step into your power. I am no longer available for those who took me for granted. Let's get started. Number 1. They never expected you to leave for real. They thought you'd always be there. They thought no matter how much they ignored you, took you for granted, or let their inconsistency show, they could always count on you to stick around. You were their constant, their safety net, the one they never worried about losing. But then, you left, and suddenly, everything they once felt secure in was ripped away in an instant. That's when the panic hit. People only value what they believe they can lose. As long as they thought you were a permanent fixture in their life, they didn't put in the effort, didn't appreciate your time, your energy, your love. They never had to face the possibility of you walking away. So they pushed you to the edge, thinking you'd never actually leave. But the second you did, everything changed. Your absence is a wake-up call, a harsh reminder that their world was built on the fact that you were always there, always willing to fight for them. Now they're scrambling, lost, and confused, trying to figure out how to fix a mess they created. The pain they feel isn't just about missing you. It's about the sudden realization that they've lost something invaluable, something irreplaceable. They didn't value what they had until it was gone. And now they're drowning in the fear of losing more. This is the power of your absence. It's not just about what you took away from them. It's about what they're now realizing they can never get back. The love, the patience, the understanding you once gave so freely. It was never something they should have taken for granted. They didn't realize how much they relied on you until the moment you stopped being there. And now, the roles have reversed. They're the ones wondering what went wrong, questioning everything. They're the ones left waiting, feeling the void where you used to be. But here's the truth. This isn't about revenge. It's about reclaiming your worth. It's about showing them that you no longer accept being an option when they once treated you like a backup. The moment you walked away, you chose yourself, and that's a message they'll never forget. Drop this affirmation if it resonates. I am no longer where they left me. Number 2, your distance is a wake-up call. You used to be the one to over-explain, to show them where they were wrong, to beg them to see your value. You'd extend endless chances, waiting for them to wake up and recognize what they had in you. But now, your silence is deafening, and that silence, it's shaking them to their core. As long as you were still talking, still reaching out, they could pretend they had control over you. Even when they gave you the bare minimum, they knew you'd hang on, always trying to make it work. But now, they're faced with a void. No texts, no calls, no signs you even exist in their world anymore. And that emptiness, it's crushing them. You see, the human mind thrives on certainty. It craves predictability. And when you vanish without a word, leaving no room for excuses or last-minute explanations, it's like their world is crumbling. This uncertainty plays into something called cognitive dissonance, a mental battle that erupts when actions don't align with expectations. They believed they could mistreat you, keep you at arm's length, and you'd always be there. Your silence shatters that illusion. Think back to how many times you tried to get through to them, how many times you patiently waited, hoping they'd understand, how many times you put their needs before your own, compromising, giving them the benefit of the doubt. But now, the roles have flipped. Your silence isn't just a lack of words. It's a powerful statement. I am worth more than this, and I won't settle for anything less. It's a wake-up call that you are not their fallback option, not their safety net. You are the prize, the one who deserves real effort. Remember how it felt when they held all the power, when you were the one chasing, hoping, waiting for things to change. Now they're the ones feeling all that uncertainty, and it's terrifying for them. But here's the kicker. This isn't about getting revenge. It's not a game you're playing. It's about taking back your power. It's about making the bold choice to put yourself first. Because the moment you walked away, you made it clear. I am no longer available to be taken for granted. And that message, it's haunting them. Number 3, they don't have control anymore. They thought they had all the control. They thought they could dip in and out of your life whenever it suited them, giving you just enough to keep you around, but never enough to make you feel safe, seen, or valued. They believed they could call the shots, when to show up, when to disappear, when to keep you at arm's length, and when to reel you back in. But the moment you pulled away, everything shifted. The power dynamic flipped. Now they're scrambling, caught in a whirlwind of confusion. They're checking your social media, stalking your last scene, and coming up with excuses just to stay in the loop, to see if they still have a foot in your world. Because deep down, they know they no longer have access to you the way they once did. This isn't just about their pride, it's about control. You see, when people think they control a situation, it gives them a false sense of security. But once that control slips away, it triggers something deep inside them. Fear, anxiety, desperation. Think back. How many times did you feel like you were living at their mercy? How many times did you wait endlessly for a text, for a sign, for something to prove they cared? How many times did you ignore your own needs, bending over backwards just to make them comfortable? And now, the script has flipped. Your independence is their nightmare. Your refusal to play their games is the discomfort they can't shake off. Think about how it felt when they held all the power, when you were the one waiting, questioning, hoping they'd show up. Now they're in that same position, and it's terrifying for them. But here's the truth. This isn't about revenge. It's not about trying to make them pay. This is about you taking back what's rightfully yours, your peace, your happiness, your freedom. The moment you walked away, you sent a clear message. I won't settle for being treated like an option. And now, that message, it's haunting them. Number 4, they can't find your energy in anyone else. They might try to act like they're over it, like losing you didn't shake them to their core, but deep down, they can't escape the truth. The truth is, what you gave them was one of a kind. It wasn't just about your presence in their life. It was the way you saw them, really saw them, when no one else did. It was the kindness you showed when they least deserved it, the way you offered your heart without hesitation, the support you gave without asking for anything in return. And now, with you gone, they're desperately searching for that same connection, that same energy, but it's nowhere to be found. That is where the scarcity principle comes into play. It's a psychological truth. When something is rare, people place a higher value on it. Your energy was rare, unique, irreplaceable. And now, they're waking up to that harsh reality. Think about how many times you gave them your best, even when they barely gave you the bare minimum. How many times did you show up for them when they weren't there for you? How many times did you pour your love, your energy, and your patience into them, hoping they'd finally recognize your worth? And now, it's too late. They're realizing that what they had with you isn't something they can just find in someone else. You were one of a kind. Remember when they had all the power, when you were the one chasing, hoping, waiting for them to care. Now the tables have turned. They're the ones feeling the void. They're the ones searching for what they can't replace. And it's terrifying for them. But here's the thing. This isn't about playing games. It's not about getting even. It's about you standing up for yourself. It's about you choosing your peace, your worth, and your happiness. Because when you walked away, you sent a clear message. I'm no longer available to be taken for granted. And that message, it's haunting them. Number 5, they're stuck in the past, but you've moved on. When you were in their life, they couldn't see your worth. They took your love, your dedication, your unwavering support for granted, thinking it would always be there, no matter how little they gave in return. But now, they're stuck in a loop of regret. They're replaying every conversation, every moment, questioning if they made the right choice. They're remembering how you loved them without hesitation, how you stood by them when others turned away. And now, your absence echoes in their mind, a constant reminder of what they lost. But here's the hard truth. That's no longer your problem. This shift in their thinking is called the halo effect, a psychological bias where people suddenly see all the good in someone once they're gone. They're romanticizing what they had with you because it's no longer available to them. Think back. How many times did you give them everything, even when they gave you barely anything? How many times did you show up, even when they didn't show up for you? How many times did you pour your love, your energy, your patience into them, hoping they'd finally realize your worth? And now, the tables have turned. They're starting to understand that what they had with you can't just be replaced. Your kindness, your love, your unwavering support. It's one of a kind, and now they're realizing they can't find it anywhere else. Remember when they held all the power, when you were the one waiting, hoping, and wondering what went wrong. Now they're the ones in that position, and it's terrifying for them. But here's the thing. This isn't about getting back at them. This isn't a game. This is about you reclaiming your power, choosing your worth, and taking your energy back. The moment you walked away, you made it clear, I am no longer available for those who don't value me. And now, that message, it's haunting them. Let them sit with their regret. Let them dwell in the past. But you keep moving forward. You keep growing, evolving, and protecting your peace. Because the moment you stepped away wasn't a loss. It was a win. Now you've created space for someone who truly deserves your energy. They'll look back one day and realize losing you was the point where their life started to unravel. But by then, you'll have already moved on, thriving, and living your best life. Now I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. I am no longer where they left me. Keep moving forward and let the past stay in the past. You are the prize,